Coolio gang, welcome back. To more Disco E, and we're trying to interact with this mural, but really not letting me.
Good evening. Sure, what's on your mind? But of course, what?
Yeah, it just highlights for a second. I don't know. What does the journal say to do? Went up the coast. Okay, well maybe we go up the way. Although we did get a prompt saying to check that, but I just don't know. Go up this way.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while. You see a handle.
From here to the wiring, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Not this way. It's okay, we'll head down the other way as well then. Music is very vibey. Where are these huts?
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall.
Okay, there we determined that this guy is not to say.
Always my pleasure.
Okay then.
The trap is filled with poor things.
I'm not really sure what to do now. Oh, I wonder we could examine the bullet. We haven't already, maybe. Did we put it in our gun? Try this once again, but I don't know. It really isn't letting me interact with this thing, even though I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do.
Yes?
Good evening. No,
So you have...
There's some. He's telling the truth.
That's... I don't know. Damn it all to hell. Yeah, DV is definitely cruel if ever there was one. Um,
Yes?
Tell me
What
about
do
the
you want to know?
case.
What's there to say? It's just stupidity. The cop kind. Our precincts can't decide if Martinez is part of Jamrock or the Industrial Harbor. Yours or mine, as if we somehow own parts of the city. Typical street gang mentality. So we've let the Union make a mockery of law enforcement here. And now it's come to its natural conclusion. Well, sort of. It's less a matter of who gets to police Martinez than who has to. It's an orphan district, in other words. I think the dispatch desk just told both our stations about the hanging. There was quite the brouhaha at the 57th, I can tell you that. Time to settle it, they said. Cop off. But I assure you, I am not their finest or toughest, with 102 cases solved. What I am is least interested in a pissing competition.
So he volunteered to represent the 57th, but not out of competitiveness. On the contrary, somewhere in your mind hangs a dark green blackboard. There are two columns. One says, cases solved. The other, confirmed kills. The rows are endless. Jean Vicmer, Judith Minot, a special consultant. What was his name? Then the rows degrade into green nothingness.
You see, well,
Yes. I'm an unrepentant spoilsport. Well, technically. The official record keeper has been known to double-count murder-suicides.
A common accounting gimmick used to inflate precinct stats.
I'm good enough for this case. I'm not here to compete. I came because I had to. My fellow officers, the sergeants in particular, would have made this scene into a circus. Martinez? Nothing. It's just a puddle at the end of some drain pipe. No one cares about this place. They care about sports. Most of our colleagues don't even know how to get here. North of the interchange doesn't exist.
It's all part of the master plan, you see.
good joke.
He does not actually think it was a good joke.
Of course, rest assured, we're not competing with Kim.
It's
Kim's
good
a
we
pro.
set this thing aside. Was there anything else you wanted to ask about the competition? Yes, it's a wholly pointless matter. Forget I ever mentioned it.
He's actually glad it's addressed now. Because you're the best qualified? No, that doesn't seem right. If you're so well qualified, why can't you remember why you were sent? Anyway, don't keep the lieutenant waiting.
And sometimes I feel like we pass checks that we have no right in passing, and ones we showed we don't get. We could do it again, actually. Yeah, fuck it, let's dump a point into logic and try it again. Why not?
Yes? You pick over
Oh,
what's
come
left of your
on!
frontal cortex, but no compelling explanations emerge.
%83% my ass. There was a logic check in here though that we might be able to reroll.
Yes, what is it?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. But fuck it, you never know.
All you hear is silence in your head.
Something over here as well. Oh, cool. It's all changed up now. We always have to go up this way. Guess so. Go over it. There anyway. Alright.
You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable.
Okay, let's dial a random number. We need
Calling.
inspiration.
Still call again? Seriously? Someone with a masculine voice picks up.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, you're electricity. No, what you are is a surprise. Get his wife on the phone.
Jared, what a douche name. Change it. Change your name.
What are you, like 5? Thanks for calling, asshole.
Phone hanging up. Disconnect tone.
Let's go again.
Calling. Calling. Calling.
Just gotta be a jerk ringing people.
Still calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
Okay, let's do this.
This. Hey! You're not Tethys. Screw you, and don't ever call here again. You're fucking with some serious people.
Disconnect tone.
Let's just know he's ready to move on. Listen, one more call, Kim.
Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
Okay. I'm tired too.
If I could go just 1 month without writing, no, 2 months, I could regenerate my brain. Fucking liberalism.
The man disappears with a sigh. You do not hear the customary disconnect tone, just silence in the handset. The machine is still waiting for you to dial a number. Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens. Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying.
Let's do it.
You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial, then pull down on the number, then move one up, and repeat the motion twice. Strange. This is not how you started before. You dialed 001. This is not the area code of Revachol. It is another destination on another Isola. Some far-off nation-state. 005 is Revachol, ZOC. 001 is Grad, on the Gradian Isola, where the telephone was invented. The next 2 digits you dial are the area code for the city of Mirova, 414447. The rotary dial feels cold from the sea air. 1117361. Your fingers keep moving like a spider. Every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal, like a bell tolling. Yes, 451-67451. You are going deeper now, into some unknown place, far away from this island of matter and its telecommunication networks. 451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think. But it does. A connection. An ultra-long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there, not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion, far away. A distant network of phones, calling in the night. The saddest sound in the world. Calling still. The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy. The lieutenant is too far away to hear your yelp. The sea wind blows.
Fuck it. Did it call more?
Calling. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice emerges. Small. The dearest thing you've ever heard.
Hello?
Hello?
Who is this? Dora, who is this?
In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. Bed springs rattle. Don't react. Whatever you do, don't react to that last thing. It doesn't matter if you react or not. You still think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise.
No. It's you, isn't it? It's you.
Hi.
Oh no. Is that you?
This is too much. You need to recede.
Oh no, not this. What time is it?
I'm an ultra high net worth individual. I understand how reality works. I've seen into it. My mind is
You're not a
clear.
high net worth individual, Harry. You're drunk.
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
Oh God. Do you know what time it is? It's so late here. It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
Are you going to
To
yours?
No response, only a sigh. The connection crackles like burning paper.
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
Oh no, please stop. Please, let's just hang up. Yes, I'm in my rover, sleeping.
She does not answer anymore.
Harry,
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money.
She seems important. I don't really know what to do now. You
The
kids, can you help?
scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
What bad people?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is gonna crack the case.
Then we're definitely doing it. This one doesn't say
Lily's our mum.
Okay.
the stone kicker. The other one, wow.
We've been through
So
this
if
already.
the stone kicking isn't even of very high caliber.
Yes. Yes.
It doesn't look like he knows what that means.
You're stupid.
Okay, bye. Talk to this one again, maybe. But what?
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind, officer? Oh? Who? Okay. Oh. Yes, that's the optimal... Sorry I couldn't help you out. Well, how can I assist you then,
Shit. Head back to the whirly because I'm just not super sure what to do. Oh, it did say to look along the coast. We didn't look along this part of the coast. You know. Look at down and talk to your one on the boat. Ask her about her antenna, maybe. Oh, she's gone. Went to the village on the coast, officer. See you there. It was... Okay. Okay. Maybe she'll have something for us then, if we can find where she is. you think, Kim? Well, she has a boat. She'd have to be docked in somewhere. Should stay by the water. See what we can see. So I would say no, not here. It's this way. Say at the end of this is where she would be most likely to be. Yes, sure enough.
I'll just keep the Corda Lacey in the channel, if that's okay. It's too shallow near the pier. Hi, ma'am. And it's a jetty, by the way. Of course. Jetty. I prefer a good jetty to a pier any day.
Something about the way she says it makes you want to sing.
Oh, jetty, oh, jetty. It's good to see you here, detectives. I only just arrived myself.
What brings you here, madame?
Nothing, really. I've had my eye on this jetty for weeks now, so I decided to investigate it personally. This cluster of buildings isn't on any of the official maps, as far as I can tell.
That. And she's also keeping an eye on you.
Spying has such a negative connotation. I did track your progress along the coast, however, and decided I would be better able to assist you from here. Then there's the matter of that little scamp in old lady clothes. She threatened to paint the Cordelate she read. Like blood, you see. Well, I like it the way it is. White.
What is this? Destruction of property? Hooliganism? Elder abuse?
That's just Cindy being Cindy. You can ignore her.
It's just as well. Lillian and I are getting on much better. For one, she appreciates the concept of rent.
What do you like there?
How do I like it?
Water drips down eaves of Eternite. The jetty below her feet creaks to the tune. The smell of salt and dog shit in the background.
It's pornographically poor. The street has no name. All the men are dead or missing. And is that the carcass of a motor carriage over there? I'm surprised that woman hasn't put me to the sword yet. Maybe she will. You should ask your questions while you can.
Oh, I will.
Dark eyes survey the coast leading up to Martinez. Dull grey metal rests in her scabbard. A sword. The wind is too loud for her to hear.
Fortunately for you, madame, the RCM is on the scene.
Real men, real politics, real thoughts in your head.
And just how the real city looks.
Oh, I'm not frightened, officer. I'd never... Have I told you how they discovered this place? No, they're in Sealindian, Isola. I'm guessing you don't know then. Well, your condition has left you no worse off than most of these people. The literacy rate is around 45% west of the river. 50 years of occupation have left these people in an oblivion of poverty. It's a pity. Most of these people will never know what this place means, this island of matter, or why they were ferried over in the first place. Remind me to tell you one day. For now, how can I assist you in this new location?
Okay, tell me now. We have
Do
time.
we?
Yeah, we do,
I
Kim.
hear you have singled out a suspect and are in pursuit. This is cause for cautious optimism. I would not want to delay you. Maybe there is something else I can assist you with while you're hot in pursuit?
No, that's about it. Oh, the boat.
Well, technically speaking, I'm not on it right now. Good.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that, but it's no harm.
Of course. Anything to help. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news.
Alright, well, she doesn't have anything new, so that's not super helpful. Nor does she have any new dialogue now.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast.
Oh. Old woman, maybe?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What more do you want to know about that poor girl? I don't know. Further up the coast, she tried to leave quietly, but
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
you'll never find her, you know. She knows the
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
Yes, it's going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay.
The Feld electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
I tried, it wouldn't let me.
What more do you want to know about that poor girl? I don't know.
It's a peninsula.
You'll never...
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
Yes, it's going to...
The Feld electric mural. You feel like you...
Okay, right. It's not letting me click on it though. So I know what I'm supposed to do, but I just can't do it for some reason. It's a skill issue. We just finally
You see
zooming
a
out.
once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Fair Electrical R&D.
We made hard work of that.
A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away." Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice. Feld Electrical. How ironic. All these dark rooms. Feld Electrical. You only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big. There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first. Indeed, Somehow you knew it was here. An urban ruin gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light.
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical ruin over there, or in that boat shack. In that church tower, maybe.
Why single out this one building?
Oh, wow, we've really hijacked that.
Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb. Trying to talk to the wind, the city, whatever you thought would happen, did not. And now you're just standing there in the dusk hour, with your hands fallen to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too.
Okay.
Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village. Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you.
Okay, so what is my journal say to do? Wouldn't that keep searching?
The once bright mural towers up. Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it, in through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
She's down there.
Below this building.
Okay. Why? Right. How do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Finally, my time to shine.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
There has to be a way to use brute force. Climbing sounds unsafe. Brute force is safe. Look around and find something to break if the ladder fails.
I don't see anything. Ooh, what's this?
An old pipe peeks out from beneath the rotting boards of the boardwalk. Could this be an alternative path into the fell building? A building like this must have multiple doors serving various functions. Perhaps a basement access. Your eyes slowly begin to adjust to the darkness inside the drainage pipe. The lieutenant looks over your shoulder. At first, you can't make anything out in the darkness at all. As your eyes adjust, you see some trash. Crumpled up newspapers, cigarette butts. Someone has half-heartedly spray-painted skulls on the right side. And and nothing. Broken glass from bottles thrown against the walls of the pipe. A syringe.
Lovely.
Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, it's highly unlikely, and not without risk to our health either. However, the pipe suggests there may be an entrance to the basement around.
The lieutenant's face lights up. He doesn't usually notice these little things.
And it's right here, a maintenance door.
You and the lieutenant lean all your weight into pushing the doors apart, but you're not quite synchronizing your efforts. They slam shut again before you can enter.
Let's take a breather and try this again later. It's very tough.
Okay. We'll do the ladder. Fuck it.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground, and you're 180? Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, what if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder?
Teleportation is not a thing. This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here. Oh yes, it could hurt a lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now. On second thought, maybe teleportation isn't a thing. Because you're just standing there squeezing your buttocks and nothing is happening.
Okay, don't say the
The
stupid thing.
lieutenant looks at you with that. I know you're thinking the stupid thing. Look, as you grow tired of clenching your buttocks and... The rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. The distance, in addition, not to mention, what if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder?
We can't do shit then. We need to get some levels or something somehow. Oh, we can level. We can level physical instruments. To go into pipe. And we can mess with our clothes as well. Nope. Oh, nice. Although it's already replacing another physical instrument thing. That's unfortunate. Well, that's as good as we can do, it seems. Okay, again.
Behind the pipe, the maintenance door, rusted. The metal doors are
Get it.
and the flaking rust hurts your palms. But together with the lieutenant, you manage to slide them open just enough to squeeze in.
Good work. Shall we?
We did it. Progress. Okay. One slept here months, maybe years. Revolutionary hash.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. The plaque reads, K. Mazov. There is a year's worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly.
Some radical or radicals were hiding out here. They left a long time ago.
How long?
Half a century? This was probably part of the network of defense posts the communards built against the amphibious landing. I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have had radio equipment back then, but that's all been looted. What most people think of as history has a tendency to linger in random neighborhoods. Martinez being what it is, no one has gone through the trouble of cleaning out the old bunkers.
Maybe I should move in. Seems cozy.
I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through with this case. Millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced. They're not all connected. Besides, that looked like some student. The youths always go for this kind of stuff. You mean like Ruby? No, I think we've stumbled on a piece of history.
Okay, we're out of here. Mute. Natural buzzing. Okay, we can't go that way.
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
Yeah, Lieutenant, do you feel something?
No, what do you mean? I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh. Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully. Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
You think we should finish running it now? Maybe you're right. It might not be as useful later.
It's a minor point. Don't worry too much about this. There are bigger fish.
I leave that to your judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but...
He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful.
Yes. There won't be time for that once things go down. Matter of fact, I don't think there's time for it now, but... Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Or maybe not. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back.
Oh shit, point of no return. That case then, I'm gonna sleep, and we'll run the armor plates if we can. Better talk to Joyce then.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Oh?
This whole thing is a takeover.
Is what you're about to say when a cold streak runs through your heart. Once said, there is no going back, Harry.
Okay, no say it.
A takeover? If they're taking it...
Green livery, changing into red, blot by blot. Like a cancer of the blood, metastasizing.
Then we're talking about a war. Everard needs to let me into the harbor at once. We need to talk about this. They most certainly are not. Crenell has 1,000 men on their payroll. The next batch will be a platoon of 20 men and a gunship.
I've seen the Union's forces. They are better organized than these mercenaries. They also have the support of the people of Revachol West. It will take more than Crenell to wipe them out. Wild Pines will need to send more and better equipped men. Make no mistake, ma'am. I am sure you have the money. The question is, how many years and how many lives are you willing to sacrifice?
What do you suggest I do? Everything affects the decision-making process, Detective.
Officer?
I wish there was a disco option. It's not the RCM's job.
Of course. Your job is to clean up after them. And it looks like there will be a lot of cleaning to be done in the near future. What will I do?
Her arms fall to her sides. Her spine relaxes.
Did I ever tell you how they discovered this Isola? During our reality lowdown?
You said you would one day.
It may be the only break we've ever caught as a species. The last one for 400 years. The nations who colonized this Isola called theirs Muindi, the world. It was all they knew, all they thought would be. That there would be something more was a gamble, akin to another world, or life after death. The Pale was thought to be impregnable, perpetual. Irene la Navigateur, the Queen of Suren, sent 8 expeditions, one after the other, into the mass at the edge of the world. 5 of the crews did not return. 2 did, but had lost their minds. It was anything but normal. There was no precedent. People thought she was punishing the admirals, or had gone mad, or both. Until after years of trial and error, and the development of a strict psychological regime imitating the creation process of poetry.
Called Volta Doma, or Return from the Sea.
The 8th expedition returned sane and intact. They told of a new continent of matter. They told the Queen and her counselor, Dolores Day, that the Pale had begun to condense, day after day, hour after hour, minute after minute, slowly raining down until it formed a vast ocean.
The air is cold and scented with petrichor.
The phenomenon has never again been encountered. For a time, the crew thought they were experiencing a hallucination. The mass hand proclaimed, "Lancielinde, Lancielinde," the signal to wake up. But they could not. They were sane and conscious, as islands began to appear on the horizon. There are 78,000 uninhabited islands
Jesus.
in the Insular Indian archipelago, officer. The freckled face of God.
You've thought it a million times.
A total shift in human comprehension of reality. On the second day, a great skua was shot down above the flagship Lysergique. The bird was preserved and brought back, along with pollen. 4 years later, the Queen's Counsellor was proclaimed Her Innocence Dolores Day, the elected world spirit. The age of humanism, internationalism, and parliamentary rule followed. We were high.
This is the last break we got.
The nations of Mundi proceeded to discover 5 more Isolae. Or they discovered us. All in the rush of the great inter-Islary reconnection. But these others weren't uninhabited. We had to kill people there. Wipe out indigenous populations. Gunboat economies. Or they came to do the same for us. Or had done to each other. But here, there was no one but the skua, the Liliat Sea, and the Blood Beach, and the River Esperance. It was the new world. The Mondials used it to amass the greatest concentration of wealth mankind has ever seen. Revachol, the suzerain.
Okay. What happened?
Revolution, poverty, and the mercurial rise of capitalism. On Caillou, the Pebble, the largest of the fertile, uninhabited islands of the northeast Insulindian archipelago.
I didn't mean to do that.
4 centuries and 2 revolutions later. The first living, autonomous organism. Proof of reality. It's the symbol of Insulinde, detective. The coat of arms of the suzerain and the wings on the crest of the commune. In your defense, it is a nasty creature who plucks food from the throats of lesser birds. Yet much like Revachol, it is also magnificent and rare. Imagine the suzerain of seagulls. It is. Soon it will be spring and everything will blossom.
The gangs will run wild, jacking motor carriages, ferrying amphetamines through Coal City. Spring is tough in Revachol.
I will surrender Terminal B to the Union.
She puts her hand in the rain. She's silent for a second.
We will see.
Ma'am, this may well unravel property law this side of the river. If that occurs, we may never see the end of this kind of confrontation. The next time there will be 2 strikes, then 4, then 100.
What happens will happen. The age of capital has only begun. I will talk to my employers in person. We will amputate and cauterize Martinez, if you handle the situation on the ground. Yes, Mr. Clare has a 2-month head start. I can't let it grow any bigger. And I've exhausted all my options from here.
You know what this lady needs? Some political advice. Even though she's a high-powered corporate executive, and you're an amnesiac degenerate, you're pretty sure she needs to hear your opinion on this.
Okay, further plans.
In short, Harry, we will revoke the pigment standard. Your money will no longer need to be black like chitin, and there will be so much more of it. I know. Keep the peace, and I will keep my end of the bargain.
How far along is Cronell's investigation?
A confrontation is imminent. They have followed in your footsteps. As your investigation reaches a climax, so does theirs. They are your shadow. Arm yourselves. Armor yourselves. Protect their targets. Violence may be unavoidable, but we can limit the casualties. Soon. I do not know precisely. They have cut off all communication, you see. They know I've been feeding you information. One last thing, Lieutenant Dubois. I've given the matter much thought and come to this conclusion. You're not an amnesiac. You're insane. I know, because I, too, am insane. I just hide my illness better. And I'm rich. No, Detective. No one's as insane as you.
Don't
Jesus.
worry, madame. I am very sane.
I'm overexposed, baby. My travels take me through the Pale dozens of times a year. I've got the longing. And I've got it bad.
She would die to return to it. The Pale, the past, anything one can return to.
The same strict psychological regimen the 8th Admiral developed when he crossed the Pale and discovered this Isola, the Volta do Mar. It's used by inter-Islary travelers and other troubled souls, even to this day.
You could use a little of it yourself.
Watch out for yourselves. They will strike soon.
The lieutenant watches her boat grow smaller on the bay, its white sails fluttering. You wonder what Everard has to say about this. Slowly, the sails turn grey-blue as more oxygen gets between you.
Okay. This is going towards its conclusion. I think we'll go talk to Everett. So I'm gonna run up that way. Then we might head into what appears to be the endgame. Fuck. Looks like it might be a late stream then, but that's okay. I did have a little nap after work. We'll be fine. That definitely does seem to be a point of no return we've happened upon. We don't have a lot of other stuff to really do about the place. Alright, we will talk to Everett. But for the moment, quick break. We'll be right back and we'll yeah, we're gonna move towards potentially the end of the game. So see you in just a mo.